A very warm welcome to one and all. Bonjour, ni hao, salut, and namaste to all my lovely participants and guests. I'm Neha Jain, and I will be your host for the session.
And I am Neelam, your co host for this session. And we are so glad to have you here on the second day of our Earth Summit 2021.
Yesterday's session was filled with enriching interactions with our panelists who had joined us from different parts of the world to share their insights and deepen our understanding on the climate change issues. We also saw over 300 I hope I'm audible. We also saw over 300 delegates and attendees from more than 50 nations across the world participating in the program. Now, let's move ahead and begin our second day of the program. Once again, welcome back. At this crucial time of saving our Mother Earth, Pratyek, in collaboration with Edmund Rice International, brings to you the first ever Earth Summit. Pratyek is a child rights and earth rights organization which believes in educating children and their care providers in the art of advocacy and justice. Pratyek collaborates with a wide network of organizations and schools in order to spread its vision of every child standing for every right for everyone. Our partner, Edmund Rice International, is also a non-governmental organization which is committed to working for children and young people who are marginalized because of poverty, lack of access to education, legal status, and environmental degradation. We heartily welcome our partners to the summit.
Since Pratik is a child rights organization, it believes in the safeguarding of its network of children. And now, I would like to brief you on child safeguarding.
Pratyek, in order to maintain child safeguarding, has taken necessary precautions by appointing individual staff who will monitor participants at all times. We encourage you not to share personal contact details in the chat box or during the breakout sessions. Please do not promote your personal social media handles for safety purposes. Please follow the Zoom etiquettes. We request all of you to be respectful of every individual at the forum. Please do not send random or disrespectful messages in the chat box, in the plenary and the breakout sessions. We thank all the delegates who have submitted their parental consent and request the others to do so by today, as it is important for us to have the permission of your guardians before publishing your photos and videos. We request all of you to put on your video for greater engagement. However, as a child, if you have right to protect your privacy, and we respect your decision to keep your videos off. All in all, ensure your safety by all means. In case of any safeguarding incident or potential concerns, please report to the given mail ID and the phone number, which is also visible on the screen, or contact your mentors. We will share this information in the chat box as well.
Thank you, Neha. We will be sure to follow the rules on maintaining the decorum of the summit. As you know, that the Earth Summit extends over a course of 3 days where we aim to get youth's voice representing across 193 countries and territories to discuss their concern on environmental problems. This 3 day of discussion will culminate in the creation of a collaborative list of recommended solutions, which will be then submitted to the COP26 scheduled in November this year. I would also like to remind you that there are translation available in Hindi on the interpretation channel. You can switch to interpretation simply by clicking on the interpretation button, which is visible on the bottom of your screen. Those who prefer sign interpretation, please pin your video of Ms. Erin on your screen. Throughout the program, please keep your mics on mute to avoid any disturbances. You can unmute yourself when we take our names during sessions. I would like to remind you to keep yourself on mute throughout the session. Only unmute yourself when asked.
आप सभी को मैं ये बताना चाहती हूँ कि हमारे पास हिंदी अनुवाद की सुविधा भी है। कृपया स्क्रीन में नीचे दिए गए बटन को दबाकर इस कार्यक्रम का हिंदी अनुवाद सुनें।
Before we move ahead, I would like to ask all our attendees and delegates to please take 10 minutes to fill the consultation form appearing in the chat box.
I would again request all our attendees and delegates to please take 10 minutes and fill the consultation form appearing in the chat box. It has all the information that is required for our documentation for the COP26. Please feel free to elaborate all your problem issues, recommendations, solutions, and commitments. It will be a great help for all of us. Please do so. You have 10 minutes for the same.
Good evening, everyone. So there is this consultation form that has been circulated on the chat box. I repeat, there is a consultation form circulated in the chat box. I request you all to fill up the consultation form. This will be more or less same of what you're going to talk in your breakout rooms later today. But since in the breakout rooms, you will be given limited time, so only 90 seconds to express yourself, we've asked you to fill all the details, necessary details and questions over here that you would like to be addressed. So you'll be talking about how you as an individual can uh, take a step for climate change. How you have to tell problems in the allocated country regarding climate change. You will be talking about environmental rights of the young people. So you'll be sharing your suggestions that why earth rights are important for all of you and what commitments you all can take as children. So these are certain questions that have been asked in the commitment form. Also, in the consultation form, and you will also be sharing your commitments that what are you going to do in the next coming few days. So in the next 99 days, what are you going to do? And we will meet again after, so as we mentioned that this summit is not just a 3-day event, but it is a process work that we are doing with all of you. So you'll all be given homework at the end of this summit. So we'll be meeting regularly and you will be sharing about what commitments you will be taking to address climate change in a long run. So all these things are asked in the consultation form. So I request you all to fill up the form so that all your data, all your information, all your recommendations can be collated into a report that we will be presenting to the world leaders in November this year. So COP26 starts on the 30th, from the 30th of October till the 12th of November. So all your recommendations, all your suggestions will be incorporated into a report and will be taken to the world leaders. Therefore, this consultation form is really important. You have your time, take 10 minutes of your time now. And in case you're not able to fill it, you can fill the form even later. So, but we still will appreciate if you take your time now and fill it. But in any case, you're not able to fill it today, you can take your time and give it to us latest by tomorrow. So please go to the chat box and take the link and fill up your consultation forms.
Adults too may also fill up the form. Adults too are invited to fill up the form. Your views will be recorded separately because this document is meant to be a child of, for, and by children document. But we would like your world views on and your views on climate change and so on, which we put into a supplementary document. The requirement for tomorrow's deadline, we're asking you to fill up this form by tomorrow because our documenter present here today will actually present part of it in our presentation tomorrow before our guests. So take your time today to fill it up. If for some reason you can't give it to us by tomorrow, a day or two later would also do, but tomorrow is important for it to really influence a preliminary report that our documenters will present tomorrow. You can do it right now, begin right now for sure, but if you want to complete it later, you still have time to do that. This is the first document we're going to prepare on for COP26. Later on, we want an even more impactful document coming up that says, these are what children say, young people say, are earth rights related to child rights, and they are interlinked. And we really want to come up with some document that recognizes it. The Convention on the Rights of the Child only recognizes civil political rights of children, but does not recognize equal rights of children. And that's the dynamic change we want to have into the way forward. So really in a process that really invites you to help the world recognize that you have environmental rights. Thank you.
next 1 minute to fill the form, and then we would resume with our sessions. So now, as you would fill the consultation form, we hope that you will have enough space to introspect and reflect deeply on the problem issues, solutions, and recommendations in context of climate change and environmental conservation. So let's begin with the program and call our young Earth activist, Manisha, to share her journey and experiences. She has undertaken many projects that promote the rights of Mother Earth and the rights of young people. Manisha has been an awardee of the Just Right Kids Award 2019 under the category of Earth Proactivist. Manisha, please unmute yourself and address the forum.
Thank you, Neha. Namaste, everyone. My name is Manisha. I am a budding climate proactivist from India. I have been part of Pratik since I was only 7 years old. I grew up working on child rights and earth rights. I live in a very congested area in Delhi, the capital of India, with extreme financial challenges. I face many challenges as a defender of child rights. I do not get support by my community. They are against me actively taking a stand for rights. I have always found it difficult to access quality education, particularly on rights. It may sound irrelevant for people who have access to ACs in their rooms and offices, but someone like me, even a half-degree change in temperature makes a big change in our lives. Because I have a roof of tarpaulin and tin, which makes my house like a hot weather box during the summer season and more intensely all the year. I began my journey as a child rights advocate in 2011, where I got to know that there are no child rights without Earth's rights. And my journey towards Earth proactivism began. Owning my love for our Mother Earth, I start taking small steps in keeping in mind that our only home is this Earth. I believe that The power of change you wish to see in the world starts in the household. I, at present, have made environmental rights as my first priority. I don't use single-use plastic. I travel by buses and public transport in order to reduce my carbon footprint. So just a request to all the listeners in India and around the world. If you can use less of your own vehicles and use more of public ones while ensuring you are safe. I have made a commitment in this pandemic to protect our Mother Earth, our environment, and encourage others to do the same. I have also trained myself in the science of climate change, earth spirituality, and start spreading awareness among children in my neighborhood and children associated with our children's parliament. I interacted with more than 40 schools in Delhi and trained a student who later on made their own commitment in the art of saving the earth. I had taken them to organize climate strikes. Following the footprints of Greta Thunberg, I led 8 climate strikes in Delhi and 1 in Chandigarh, which we call Climate Giri. We use creative mediums, street play, and circus art to organize strikes, spread awareness, and also we have interacted with such NGOs and on the both levels, national and international. I have addressed the environmental issues on both national and international, and such forums like UN, the Human Rights Council. I also presented my views on NDTV and show we the people, which we got them to change it to be we the children, so that my message goes out to the larger crowd. I was also recently awarded as a pro activist of Earth by Just Rights Kids Award. It was a pleasure to be even chosen for that. Through environmental courses, climate strikes, art mediums, circus art, I continue to gain my knowledge and spread awareness on climate change with other children. I believe that the environment has very important role in our lives. Even though many of you might be living in urban areas and megacities, disconnected from nature, it is ultimately our very survival, as all species are at the risk if we don't take our personal responsibility. Thank you.
Wow, Manisha. Thank you so much for sharing your incredible and absolutely inspiring journey of child advocacy. It will surely encourage many of our young advocates to start their journey of saving our Mother Earth. So, did you know that this year, 9 is Mine will also be launching a shadow report on the Convention on the Rights of the Child and the Universal Periodic Review with the children of India. Children across India will be engaging with multiple stakeholders from local to national levels for the same, including local administration bodies, members of legislative assemblies, members of parliament, bureaucrats, and other stakeholders. And here we'll take the opportunity to request you all, if you know any organization who is willing and interested in collaborating with us, please connect with us on the given email ID and phone number. It will be soon shared on the chat box. Along with that report, 9 is Mine will also be creating the COP26 report, where all your recommendations will be incorporated. To be a part of this, just click on the link mentioned in the chat box. Also, follow us on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. As you may see them right here in my backdrop, our IDs are 9ISM9 and ePratyek on all these social media platforms. We regularly post our upcoming events, and you can be a part of all of them by being a global ambassador for Pratyek.
We have reached a point where climate change has now become irreversible. It has not stopped even after COVID-19 lockdown. A United Nations report says greenhouse gas concentrations, which are already at their highest level in 3 million years, have continued to rise, said World Meteorological Organization Secretary General Petri Talis in a statement. Emissions are heading in the direction of pre-pandemic levels following a temporary deadline caused by lockdown and economic slowdown. The burning of fossil fuels such as oil, gas, and coal produce greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide and methane, which are responsible for global warming. Our United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres also states that this year has been unprecedented for people and the planet. He believes that COVID-19 pandemic has disrupted lives worldwide and at the same time the heating of our planet and climate disruption have continued apace. Even more grim news is that the world is getting closer to passing a temperature limit set by global leaders 5 years ago and may exceed it in the next decade so. Now, isn't that scary? Only we have the potential to change our future.
Yes, Neelam, we have the potential to change our future. And amidst all this good news, here we have our Earth Summit, which is led by children who want to initiate, lead, and empower. Now I call another young activist from Pratyek, who has been a part of various national and international activities, forums, consultations, and she has come across many more young leaders who are promoting and advocating for the environmental rights of other children. Manisha, please share the stories and the initiatives of young leaders to help all of us understand different ways for becoming an effective Earth proactivist.
Greetings of the day. I am Manisha, a young advocate. Since I started my journey with Pratik, I have been on a life cruise to advocate for child and earth rights. I, along with my peers, raise issues faced by children through our platform of National Inclusive Children's Parliament. We are collectively working towards strengthening our communities by promoting the global goals which we believe will transform the society for a better tomorrow. After being a part of various national and international activities, forums, and consultation, I came across many more young leaders who are promoting and advocating for the similar socio-economic and ecological issues faced by children using different tools for advocacy. Lily Platt has become a leading advocate for cleaning up plastic pollution, restricting plastic production, and finding alternatives to the material, and her plastic pickup has since gone global. Jamie Margolin has written about climate change and has appeared in many publications, including HuffPost, Teen Ink, and CNN. She uses her writing skills for advocacy. Irsha Hirsi, a 16 years old from United States, uses her debating and theater skills for raising her voice to address the issue of climate change. As a Black Muslim woman, she empathizes the importance of intersectionality in the movement for climate justice. Autumn Platier, an indigenous water warrior from Canada, has traveled far and wide to carry the message of the importance of clean water and the sacredness of water. Remy has been planting trees in the areas that have been damaged by mining activities while also lobbying authorities to prioritize the saving of the rainforest. Kellen Benson passion is to create a lasting impact on her local communities and ultimately the planet we live on. Leah Numurgurwa is a youth climate activist in Uganda. She is known for leading tree plantation campaigns and for starting a petition to enforce the plastic bag ban in Uganda. Jute Cat Martinez started speaking about the environment at just 6 years of age. He is an indigenous, famous musician and the youth director of Earth Guardians. Last but not the least, our own Ridhima Pandey, she is from India. She filed a petition in March 2017 against the Indian government, asserting that the Indian government has failed to fulfill its duties to mitigate climate change. I believe that our hundreds of emerging climate activists will come together to support the campaign started by Greta. Thank you.
Thank you, Manisha, for sharing such an inspiring presentation with us. It surely was splendid to see so many young warriors standing and coming forward passionately to save the earth using different advocacy tools.
Let us remember that all of us here can make a huge difference if we take the right step. Therefore, it's time for the most awaited part of the discussion, that is the recommendations and consultations part of our summit, where the information given by you will be collated into a report that will be presented to the world leaders at COP26. All the delegates will now be divided into 8 breakout rooms. Each participant will be given 90 seconds of speaking time to present the following on behalf of their allocated country portfolio. Firstly, you can talk about the country you have been assigned to, its specific problems and challenges related to the climate change. Secondly, solutions based on the identified issues of climate change. And finally, you can conclude with one idea based on the topic of environmental rights of children and a statement on your commitment related to addressing climate change. Please ensure to be crisp because you have 90 seconds and you have to cover 4 aspects, including problem issue, solution, idea regarding environmental rights, and fourthly, commitment that you will take for climate change action. Now, they'll be given a chance to share their recommendations and consultations. Moderators, please keep in mind the time limit in your breakout rooms. And we recommend you to hear the presentations of the delegates, followed by the questions to presenters and discussion on emerging earth rights, along with that on COP26. And further, we will definitely encourage you to have discussion with adults.
Delegates of the morning, kindly rename yourselves as A, attendees in the evening. Delegates of the morning, it's not D, but A for the evening.
Please use A dash your name dash country for the morning delegates. Now, if there are participants who would like sign interpretation, please let us know and we can allocate you to room 1 with Miss Erin. Please type in the chat box. And those delegates who require interpretation in Hindi, please convey it to the moderators present in your breakout rooms. Now to join the breakout room, kindly click on the join button appearing in front of your screen and it will take you to the assigned breakout room. I repeat, to join the breakout rooms, kindly click on the button, join button appearing in front of your screen to go to the assigned breakout room. Also, in case of any interpretation requirement, please mention it to the moderators who are present in your breakout rooms. We request all of you to click the join button and disperse to your breakout rooms.
Those on this platform with names that suggest the gadget on which you've come, the device you're using, kindly rename yourselves to make it easier for us to put you into a breakout room. Oppo A52, for example. Those that do not have their names sorted out according to the recommendation given by the animators, by the host, kindly do so right now. A for attendee, A for child attendee, O for observer, adult observer, and D for delegate of the evening. If you're a delegate of the morning, please mark it as A for the evening, attendee.
Thank you for re-emphasizing on that, sir. I can still see many of the people who have not renamed themselves. Please rename yourself. If you're a child delegate, please rename to D dash your name dash your country. If you are an adult attendee, please rename yourself as O dash your name dash country. And if you are a child attendee, please rename yourself as A dash your name dash your country.
Aaron, will you please join group 1? Aaron, will you join group 1, please?
How do I join, sir?
Is there any button down below that says
No, sir. No, sir.
breakout rooms?
Oh, yes,
No.
yes. I just got it.
Look at in the 3 dots, you'll find breakout rooms.
Brother, she's got it. She'll
No?
go now.
Okay. Gabriel, Om Prakash, Sonia, Kasturi, Oppo A52, Kashish. Will you try and go into the breakout rooms, please?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I just wanted to ask that I was allotted room number 1, but
Yes.
I was.
So, Siddhi,
You were?
are you a moderator?
I was the moderator of the group, the impact of climate change upon vulnerable children and other communities. But by mistake, I was allotted room on government responsibilities. So can you please shift me to that room?
Anisha will come in there. And I don't think there's any group titles right now.
That there
Anisha?
are group titles. Siddhi, can you please rename yourself as M? So put an M before your name. So M Siddhi, so that I know that you are a moderator.
Okay.
Which room are you allotted now? As of for now?
Group 1, she said.
No, she, okay. She has to. So Siddhi, I hope you have joined your room now. Siddhi, yeah, I think she's
She's left. Okay.
Shrestha, please join your room. Sayali,
Excuse me, ma'am.
yes.
Ma'am, actually, I got disconnected. I was given a breakout room. So how will I join again?
Okay, I'll put you in the room. Which room? Do you remember which room were you put in?
I don't remember the name of the.
Yeah, what is it? Even if you know the number, name, anything works.
I don't remember
You don't
exactly.
remember? Oh, okay, no worries at all.
Kasturi, will you please rename yourselves as an adult, as a child attendee, or a delegate with D? Kasturi, are you here? Tanisha, are you here?
Acha, Tanisha.
Yes.
Tanisha is here. Tanisha, give me a moment. I'll allot your room.
Ruchika, are you facing internet problems because you've been coming in and out for a long time? Ruchika, internet? Raj Shekhar, please rename yourself.
Brother Rajshekhar has probably gone to the room.
Yeah, has he? He's here.
Is here? Okay, because I've sent a notification to everyone again.
You had put me in a room, but I came out
No
here.
worries.
Okay.
Initially, I wanted you to be in a room because Violet was not there, but she's here. So that's sorted.
Ruhani wants to go to Preeti's room.
Where's Ruhani?
Ruhani.
Where's Ruhani?
Ruhani is here on the screen. Yeah, Ruhani, speak. Say something, Ruhani.
Hello, everyone.
There's Ruhani.
Yeah.
So Ruhani, which room were you assigned? You want, okay. So you want to go to?
Preeti's room, Preeti Kamble's room.
Preeti's room, just a second. So that is protection, right? Ruhani, please join the room. You must have got a notification. Shrestha, are you here? Please join group number 1.
But I'm in attendees.
Yeah, you can join the room, but you can be a part of discussion.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, please join the room. You must have received a notification.
See, Pratham has come back. He's gone.
Who's come back?
Pratham was there in the morning, but he's here in the evening as well. But he's gone. Nikki, are you having problem with the internet? Nikki, if you're having problem with the internet, ring up Soran Bhaiya and see what you can do about it. Nikki and Ruchika, ring up Yogita Di or Soran Bhaiya and solve your problem with the internet.
निकी, आपके फोन पे कोई नोटिफिकेशन आया है ज्वाइन करके ब्लू कलर का बटन?
Unique, are you having a problem going to your group? Unique? Pratham, yes, Pratham, you have a hand raised.
Sir, actually, I was there in today morning session, so
Yes.
I just wanted to ask that, like, who were the 10 speakers you told today morning that there will be 10 speakers?
So we haven't chosen that because we have to listen to speakers today, this evening. Once we do that, we will be able to choose the 10 delegates speaking tomorrow. Okay, your mentor will get in touch with you. So thanks for
Okay,
asking.
so they will be getting something, certificate and all, or it's like that only?
Everyone will be getting certificates. Okay, but it's a process. So the certificates will be given after the tasks are completed. Okay, so we will talk about that later. But thanks for asking. Are you going to join
Thank you,
this
sir.
evening program, or you're going off right now?
I'm leaving, sir.
Okay, right, Pratham. All the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Unique, are you struggling with getting onto the group? Unique, she's gone.
Brother, You know, sometimes they miss notifications, so I'm continuously sending notifications from you. You should go to the room now.
There's Gabriel Fernandez. Thank you. Thanks. That's helpful, Jeevan.
Thank you.
Karen, please join the room. You should have received a notification.
What about Bandla Mudi? Bandla Mudi.
Karen and Bandla Mudi. You might have received a notification that says join room.
Puji, are you there? Gone. Okay. Gabriel Fernandez, are you there? Gabriel Fernandez, are you there? Om Prakash. Om Prakash, are you present?
No, brother, I think there's some issue because I have sent quite a few notifications.
Just 3 of them are here.
Yeah.
Karen has come back.
Who's come back? Karen didn't go, no?
So there's 4 of them. Here's Ruchika struggling to come in again. Aruja has come in. Welcome, Aruja. Anisha will place you in a group right now. Ruchika, please speak to Soran Bhaiya about your network. Ruchika, speak to Soran Bhaiya. Those who just joined us, kindly use the format suggested for naming yourselves. D for child delegate, A for child attendee, O for adult observers. Kiran Johan, kindly rename yourself, and Anisha will place you into a group.
Brother, you can hop into rooms in case you want to. Are you here? Oh, brother has already gone.